to sort of exploit that earlier on or still.
With Philip Jorgensen sidelined. What reaction he gets from his players, and indeed what reaction. Well, before we get underway, Jeremy Pino, Justin Devaney and Will Hughes are the three who drop out since then. Fifth game in possession. Wharton asking a little too much of Premier League Cambo after signing from Toulouse. I mentioned how this is the fifth game in 17 days since he acquired. Looks long. Shalabar under it. He thought might not be in charge for this one, given the nature of his fall to Esteval, but it's very congested in that. So it's just 2 wins in their last 10 games. Here's Cucurella. Cucurella. Enzo Fernandez. He's found Esteval. With Munoz. Has Esteval to his right. Joao Pedro. Cucurella. James. And by James.
A better move by Chelsea, cut right through the heart of Crystal Palace.
Santos. Yeah, Darren England not too interested. The VAR. Brennan Johnson. Richards throw. Oh, it's come off James and Saar! Mateta might get another bite at it, but it's away by players by some distance that they use. That's in by Wharton, but it's also still getting over the ignominy of being knocked out. Whatever happens here today, you would probably... Munoz with a wicked cross. Badiashile. Good pressure on Badiashile. Mateta. And Sanchez to the rescue. Cross from James. Battle there with Mateta. Joao Pedro. Cucurella. Cucurella. Unity Shield. Palace forcing with confidence. So many fascinating subplots here as Pedro Neto was the application of a little applied rule involved. Saar away from 1 and 2, and Caicedo out performance, and what a big week they have ahead of them. Joao Pedro, no foul by Wharton.
Person at the top of that list of big chances missed in the Premier League. That'll be his 7th.
James's delivery, Mateta. Mitchell gets it in, Mateta! Premier League against Fulham, not Cucurella sent off early on. There's Enzo Fernandez, and across the face a goal. Chelsea have the first.
Early deliveries into that corridor of opportunity.
Wharton rises.
Turns of Munoz and Saar. As we've heard Lembrosini say that on a number of occasions, this club is...
Pedro. Will always expect to win those sort of... Pedro Neto. Neto into the middle. Cucurella. Caicedo!
Time on the training field.
Away by Mitchell. He was used, wasn't he, in a midfield role, Chris Richards. He did get the chance. Mitchell clawing at him. Esteval finishes! One of the Premier League's most exciting young players. Finishes like an old stager and gives Chelsea the lead. A brilliant breakaway from the Brazilian. Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 1. Now they get themselves into winning positions and then fail to convert it, the inexperience.
Chelsea though look a little bit more confident in their play, a little bit more sprint though.
Certainly not. Esteval, put away by Lacroix. There's Badiashile. Saar. Munoz. It's Estevao, it's wide this time. Another win in 7 home or away. That's up by Cucurella. Till the end of the season, Will Hughes and Maxence Lepoir, the two. Bashir. The flick from João Pedro. Munoz. In by James off the club. Wharton slid through to Sarr. Managed to get the first goal and hold on. Richards with the throw. Reece James away. Unlocked the door by floating it forward for Brennan Johnson. Cucurella in ahead of Munoz. Caicedo. This is Reece James, the Chelsea captain. That's not a bad ball in. Arteta. The Chelsea man go to the ground. Seconds remain on the Johnson for Sarr.
Bill, some good opportunities, got good areas, Crystal Palace.
Hearted as a Crystal Palace supporter watching this, I think it's probably a good time to remind you Mitchell's on the move. João Pedro blasts it beyond Henderson and doubles Chelsea's lead. He scored last week against Brentford. He's done it this against Palace. And Chelsea in control 5 minutes into the second half.
Well, when we talk about additions, what addition that young man's been for Chelsea.
Darren England was the VAR at the Etihad Stadium yesterday for that forward. Munoz. Estevao! Now Cucurella. Richards again. They will have a look at it, but Chelsea will keep on knocking meantime. In by Wharton. His second. Sanchez coming and claiming. Enzo Fernandez into the bottom corner. It's a brilliant penalty by the Argentinian. Henderson left-footed, and Chelsea surely now have their hands on all 3 points here at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 3. And the size of the task that they have going to this Stadio. Wharton, a little over.
Performance by Lee Rossini's men.
And wide. Brennan Johnson saw it. Gittins. Petitions. Closing in on double. Another goal. Pino has found a little bit of space. Build on the Derby win last week. Selhurst Park. Borna Sosa. Caicedo caught by Wharton, who looks nervously at the referee. It's going to go from Yeremy Pino. The taker. Here's Pedro Neto. Pino will have a chance to repair the damage from the defeat in the second leg. Though too soon, but hopeful he will be able to join the travelling party. Touch by Pedro. Here's Walker. And Lepoir again. Sanchez there at his near post to get it behind. Bit of a scramble there.
Through the 10 men of Crystal Palace. Oh.
Augusto can slide it through, but João Pedro. Corner, lots of pushing and shoving in there. Lerma's header blocked on the line. And touchdown. Well, Palace have one back in the last 3 minutes of the match. Sanchez fuming. Pino. Sosa. Richards forward again. Sosa's cross, nice shape on that. Good Correa. Remember, Arsenal against Manchester United also coming. Most have stayed forward here for Palace. Uche, he knows the man in the middle here.